I am sure sports. You know me there, from coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me not know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you a go love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
Trick Nick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
All right. Good afternoon. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I am your host, Manningsman. Yeah, on the day when the Jamaica Nations League squad for the two upcoming games, the game against Cuba on the 6th of September at the National Stadium in Kingston, Jamaica, and away to Honduras on the 10th in Tegucigalpa. The squad was announced today, a very good squad, formidable squad. We'll be discussing it as we continue on the stream today and just talking a little bit about it, but we're going to do some track and field at the beginning of the process as the Jamaican athletes continue at the World Juniors. In fact, on track right now are the heats of the 4x400 women, and it is heat number 2. And Jamaica are presently leading on the second leg in that. We'll also have the Rome Diamond League with several Jamaican athletes at the Rome Diamond League today. That is also coming up. I'm going to be joined later by Pioneer, and we will be interchanging position. He'll be doing some of the track and field hosting, and I will be doing some of the coverage and the commentary on the footballing end. All right. So again, welcome to the platform. If this is your first time, as usual, we ask you to hit that like button, to subscribe, and to share. All right. Be a part of the work and support the platform. I think we're doing a good enough job that if you subscribe and support the channel, yeah, you will continue to receive good coverage. All right. So go ahead and do that. All right. Also make sure that you hit the like button. We normally have Super Fridays. I have not been on for most of this week because there are other things that are a priority over this. And you know, sometimes the verbiage on the dialogue in the space, you want to stay away from it. I think, you know, we continue to have the same discussion day after day, month after month, year after year, and there's no evolving of the conversation. And so that for me sometimes can be a little bit disturbing. If you know me, while numbers are important, I don't do this just for the numbers. While I will admit having good numbers is very important. I do this because I believe that sharing credible information is good, and it helps people know what is happening in the space. All right. And so that's one of the main reasons why I do this. But there's a lot out there that we can pick up on and share on today, and I'm going to be doing some of that. Again, Jamaica look like they are being surpassed, and this, oh, she's not giving up. Looked like she was about to be surpassed, but she decided, no way, you're not passing me, because she had a hefty lead. And Jamaica looks like they're going to take their heats in the 4x400 meters. Oh, look like she may have been nipped on the line. Think that Jamaica won that one in a time of 3.38. Right? I think they have two athletes to come in, and the USA look like they're going to be out of this one. All right. Right. So that is a 4x4. It looks like Jamaica. Colombia actually got it right on the line. I think the Jamaican athlete just eased up right there. Yeah, just 300 of a sec. 300 of a second is the difference. So Colombia got that heat, and Jamaica finished in second place. But both have qualified. I said, Dwight calling me already. What is this? Hold on. You know, normally we don't take calls until the 30 minutes, but so we try not to connect the. Let's see. Let's see if we can Dwight just call. But congratulations to Mount Pleasant as well. They have won their first game under new coach Theodore Tupper Whitmore, and Cavaliers also won last night 4-1 against Police from Trinidad and Tobago. Yes, Dwight, welcome to the show.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon, man. Yeah, I wasn't even finished, you know, man, look a preamble at the beginning, but you know, no, man, go ahead, man.
No, man, if they're priority to say it, brother, wait.
No, man, you can go ahead. It's fine, it's fine, yes.
All right, cool. Blessed and respect afternoon. For the track and field in Lima, I was just there in July, so I'm very familiar with the facility. For people who want to know, it's the same facilities where the 2027 Pan Am Games will be held.
Okay.
The 2019 Pan Am Games were held at the same facility. So it's a good facility, relatively new, very excellently maintained. It does, although.
So didn't they have were the World Juniors here a few years ago, or was it last year?
That was in Cali, Colombia.
Oh yeah, Cali, Colombia. Yeah, true.
Yeah. It's a good facility. It's a very well tamed, clean, everything. Yes, the weather is a little bit cool in the mornings and a little bit cool in the evenings, but it might not be ideal for sprinting, but it is good weather. It doesn't get too hot. It's
kind of an open concept stadium as well.
Yeah, it's they call it Videna, right? Videna. It's a multi-sport complex. So track and field is in one section. Right next door, you have the cycling arena. You have your combat sports. You have your food area. Everything there. The national team of Peru train there. Weightlifting, sauna, medical. Their biomedical facilities are right there. So everything is right there. because it was set up for games for the 2019 Pan Am Games. So it's a very good facility. The track is in very good condition. While I was there, the South American U20 track and field championships were going on. It has two track and field. It has one track, which is the one they're competing in. They have another track next door, which has the football field, which is simply on the other side of the building. And then they also have underneath, they have a warm-up track underneath for the athletes to walk down to the main track. So excellent facilities. Although we're sitting here in August, September, yes, it is the end of winter in South America, but it isn't too bad. We shouldn't see any of our athletes getting overheated, but it does get a little cool. You have to cover up before you warm up, but it's good conditions for the 400, 800 distance runners. It's perfect conditions.
Well, what is the altitude like?
No altitude. You're at sea level in Lima.
Okay.
You're at sea level. It goes up pretty quickly, but Lima is at sea level. You're right at sea level, so it's not too bad. You might be 20 feet of elevation from the airport, but you're at sea level. The Pacific Ocean is about 20 minutes drive away.
Awesome.
So
awesome.
It's a good
but the team, the Jamaican team, I think so far we have only picked up one medal, and that is Alana Reid. I think it has been a very and this is just based on previous years at World Championships, World Youth Championships. I think the performances have not been up to par. I don't know if it is because of the time that it has been held when most of the athletes were out of season, but it just seemed like some very, very poor performances that we are not accustomed to seeing. And I don't know what would have led to those factors, especially on the male side, that I think we have done poorly at this. And I'm in a group, and I was just making the point that I think just generally across the board, our sports have not been doing well. We have no team in the CPL, as an example. We didn't do well at the recent Olympics in comparison to other years. So just all across sports, swimming, we are not doing well in swimming as well. So I don't know what is happening, in Jamaica. If it's a funding issue, I don't know if it's a passion issue. I don't know, but something is wrong.
I would put it for the U20s. I think it's more the training cycle, and for some runners, this is at the end of the season. They had to maybe stay and train on their own during the summer months. They weren't preparing for the Olympics, so maybe for some of the U20s that didn't make the Olympic team, this was on the back burner. And they typically try to compete for champs in the Carifta trials.
Because the Claytons, there are a couple of athletes who could have gone that didn't go. So exactly. Of course, Hibbert was injured. The Clayton twins could have gone. Brianna Liston could have gone as well. All of those athletes could have gone. So some athletes Our throwers were decent, but I don't think any of them have medal just yet, or I don't think they've gone through all the rounds. I don't think we stand to get. Let's see, maybe on the men's side, I think in the shot put, but it hasn't been, like I said, as successful as some of our other world junior championships in the recent past. But man, thanks for that info. Let me just pick up on a couple other comments in the comment section. Man, respect. All right. And then I know you'll chime in when you hear about some of the problem with the footballing questions. So let's see. No problem. All right, cool. All right. What do I think about Andre Reid's selection? I mean, the coach has selected him. Maybe he saw something or heard something based on work that he has done. I know Adrian Reid was recently away. I don't know if it was on trials but he was away. And I think that was in a bid to secure some sort of playing contract overseas. So there is some talent there. Sometimes with these things, you have to find out who were the other available players. And this is the first camp. Who would the coach prefer to work with? New players coming in, or to just work with a group of players, and then over time, he looks at them and makes his changes. So I think there should be some allowance given to the coach for his first squad selection. All right. So I think that should happen. This is his first squad. I don't think you want to ask many questions or have many speculations because this is the first squad. And I think sometimes we always speak about this, that there is a propensity on the part of many people to begin to fill in the blanks. And so we begin to insert names, and we don't know what dialogue, if any, the coach would have had with some of these players, where the players are at. I mean, he did make mention, for example, at the press conference about Bailey Cadamarty and Omari Hutchinson, and that they have expressed that they are willing, at the age that they are at, to wait on England, right? And so I think like some of those discussions, because we don't know what's happening there, that we just leave the coach to do what he's doing until we believe that there is enough time given, right? Until there is enough time given for him to probably watch players and see players. And then we can say, well, I have noticed that this player has been informed since he has been the coach, why this player hasn't been selected. But this is a new team that has been composed. And I think you would want to work with players that have been in the most recent camps, either the 2 World Cup games or the Copa. So with the exception of, I think, Norman Campbell, who I think Al Grimson had for the Copa but was injured, and that is the only reason why he wasn't. And I think he was needed as well for the World Cup qualifiers, and there were some issues with the whole club moving. So 2 things why he wasn't there. And so maybe out of that, the coach called him. As you see, it's just a straight replacement for Ronaldo Cephas, because they kind of play in similar positions, right? So there you have it. I think he answered the questions, but should I now go and speculate as to, like why and all of that? I don't know. But I think it is good to allow him to at least for this window to select a squad, and then afterwards, when the question arrives after a couple of squads, you can say, why this player, why not that player? I know no matter what management say, people are going to have their own opinion. I'm not trying to change anyone's mind, but I think we need to allow the football. Just allow the football to be the football without, getting into the aspect of it that would suggest that we know more than the coach, or we are expert in the field, or we know more in the field than we would have. I've already seen people like disrespecting Omari Hutchinson on his social media platform because he's playing for England under 21. These are some of the said people who are disrespecting the coach, or other people, for him not being in the team. Now they turn on him. So I'm wondering, like, what is the motive? What is the motive? Because you can't have it both ways. You can't be cursing the people who are not selecting him, and then when he makes an up choice not to be a part of it, then you start cursing him. Whose side you're not? You understand me? So I think we need to manage our judgments better when it comes on to the football. We've just completed the 3 heats of the 4x4 women. Our girls at the World Juniors, and Jamaica has qualified. I think they're going with the 3rd fastest time into the finals. And so that looks like the possibility of a medal, because they have a finalist in the 400 meters that is not in this, and a finalist in the in the 400 meter hurdles. Yeah, I think sometimes like we should not believe that because I am a fan of the football, I have a right to determine who is in the team. The moment fans earn the right to get who they want in the team, the football is dead. Because I can tell you this, if every person were to be locked away and select their 23-man squad, I believe that every person who selects a squad would have a player, at least one player, that others would have a problem with. Some would have Norman Campbell, some would not have. Some would not have had Jonathan Russell. Some would probably not have Leon Bailey. Some would not have Damian Lowe for whatever reason. Right? So every time I feel like there's a team selection, like especially on social media, we get into, there's somebody who's selected who is going to face disrespect from the fan base. And I think we have to, I just feel like we have to get past that and just support the team in the way that we can. I think Michael Hector was released by his club in the summer. I think he was released by his club, and so he's actually a part of that league that Ravel Morrison is actually playing in. And like I'm saying, when you look at the team, this is basically the same group of players. If you go from the World Cup qualifiers against Dominican Republic and the Copa squad, right? Yeah. Same set of players, except for Jonathan Russell and then Norman Campbell. No, like Jonathan Russell get called, and people are saying he should not be called. And there are people who are asking, where was he all along? So my point is, there will never be a team where people agree on the selections unless there are glaring errors. Like, I don't think like it's wrong to select Andre Reed. We may think like someone is better, but I don't think it is wrong to select him. Right? Peso, I don't see why Leon, having written to the GFF and says he's available for selection, why he should not be selected. Why you call me Peso, and explain to me the fact that he has written to the Federation signaling his availability. Why shouldn't Leon be selected to the squad? Explain that to me. I'd love for you to explain that to me, Peso. The Jamaica team, this is the 4x4. This is the second leg. Looks like they're in around 6th position, so they'll have a lot of work to do to get up into the top here and qualify. I think presently they're sitting 5th in heat number 1, right? So why Peso? Why shouldn't Leon Bailey be in the squad? What reason? The GFF had a demand, and the demand was that he write and signal his availability, and the argument or the discussion or whatever is settled, and he has done so. So what is the issue? Yeah. Jamaica still in 5th place. One of the funny things with Jamaica's track and field, I think sometimes the people who actually go to the World Juniors are not the best, because I noticed that this youngster from Calabar that did well at Carifta, he's not even on the team. He did the 200 and the 400. He's not even on the team. So I don't know. Jamaican can try to see. They are in 4th place right now. Let's see if they can get at least at 3rd place. It'll be very difficult coming on the back straight. The home stretch now. Let's see if he can find and look like he's going to find it. And it looks like they are going to finish in 3rd position. Yeah. So Jamaica finishes in 3rd. Think they will probably go in as one of the fastest losers. Yeah. I think that was Bygrave. I think the Jamaica College athlete. Yeah. Yeah, Pesa, I'd love to hear from you. Why should Bailey not? Why shouldn't be in the team? I don't understand. All right, so let me hear from Pesa. Yes, Pesa, welcome to the show. Good afternoon. Yeah, man. Yeah. So you said and this is your view. Of course, I'm not here to try to change your views.
But you know what I'm saying, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Ian Bailey. Man, I'm bred in a Jamaica. They come from podcast, chastise the JFF. They tell the Jamaican people, say, we can't do nothing for you. And when we look on Antonio or Pino or Bobby, who are more seasoned professional in English, he feel more than him. When I'm born here, every time they get a call up when they're here, hear them talk about them want security and them something like that. But agree say JFF make a stance with him and him right up. But to me, it was too quick, brother. To me, he should have sit out this a winner. That is just my opinion. It's too quick. It make it look like say him a God in some circle. Because to me, if God was him, he said he will come and see them, see him with best player. And from me, I watch Leon play with Jamaica. We never see him win a game for Jamaica by himself. So when you always say you're a so-called with best player, you're supposed to perform on the field. Your country. I agree, everything's settled now in the United and support it. I love my country, but that's my stand. To me, he come back in 19 too quick, brother. So that's my opinion.
So you're all right. So let's work through that. So let's begin. So when you are selecting a team, when you look at players' form, regardless of things, so conditions were set, the conditions have been met. Then Pesa, the next option would have to be, all right, based on the fact that he has met the conditions that we have set up. Let's look at players who are in form. All right. Is he in good enough form to be on the team? That is a question that you have to answer, Because
management form is not managed. We're not talking about his ability to play, man.
Yeah.
That's not the question. I not question his ability to play. What I'm simply saying, how we put the country and the whole Jamaica in disrepute, brother. When I say we have a game to me, the car started, when the coach at the time, not pick him and he missed the bus and so that's why I'm going to say make sure I'm keep him dance at the time, The same match I heard, I said to my heard, and you're right, the reason why JFF suspending to me, suspending him, what I call give me suspend. He help him, because of FIFA. If we know the rule and everything.
Yeah, but Leon never argue about that, about the suspension of selection, because that was after his episode on the platform. What I am saying is that he stated his position, rightly or wrongly so, The question we have to ask is, the things that he asked, I'm not talking about persons associated to him. Let's go to the Leon Bailey podcast itself. When he said that he doesn't, like, I would not, firstly, let me say this, I would not have done that. That is because of my personality, right? And I know maybe him looking back, he probably realized that it may not have been the best way of expressing himself, even if that is how he felt. And that is not the best way to do it, because like what you said, it happened during the same time when there was some issue with Coach Al Grimson and his non-selection. All right. So said that was a bad judgment call on him. And he has realized that he has spoken to the coach, he has spoken to the players, like the coach has said. So those things are resolved. Would it be then unfair to wouldn't it be wouldn't it now be unfair to hold those things against him because of the fans who are not really on the field? And how many of those fans are actually supporting the team when the team plays? Because if you say, okay, it is too soon because some of the fans are not satisfied, are those fans going to still turn up and watch the team? No, like I said, man, is
the time to speak with other fans,
yeah.
We can't speak for myself.
No, but
whether you're in a team or not, me and they are still about Jamaica.
But Pesa, what I am saying though is that if he has admitted, right, in his discussion that listen, man, how I expressed myself, it wasn't the right place, it wasn't the right time. All right. He has spoken to his players, like the coach said in the interview, that the players will welcome him. All right, maybe there are additional conversations.
Yes, but
the coach. No, follow me. No, what we can say is that maybe one of the next things he needs to do, which is probably, maybe his handlers can say, listen, it would be good for you to do like a second podcast, a kind of a thing, to speak back to the fans.
Like you know for Villa.
Huh?
Just like you know for Villa. I apologize to them when you make a statement.
No. All right. What should he? I didn't say apologizing because first we have to say, what do you want him to apologize for to the fans?
Most Jamaicans like myself was be heard him and say we can't not he. No, not all. All right. So I'm just
asking you something. What can Jamaica do? Can Jamaica do anything for you?
No, what I'm saying is, it's not your right to play with your country. It's a privilege, man.
All right.
So it's your right, you know.
It's a privilege.
So I don't know, give a right to thing that you must play with Jamaica.
No.
It's a privilege.
You have a right to represent your country, but you may not enjoy that right because you're not selected. But every citizen has a right as a citizen if they are good enough to represent. My question to you is, if I say Jamaica really can't do anything for me right now in my life, what can Jamaica do for me? So what I want to know is what just follow me now. Because we can have a reasonable conversation. What specifically you want him to apologize for the statement where he says, listen, where I'm at right now in my life, Jamaica can't do nothing for me. And me supposed to do something for Jamaica. So what he's saying, what he's saying is that, listen, and me can do something for Jamaica. Because what Jamaica can do for me? Because it's not like Jamaica can stop buying his merchandise or Jamaica can stop him from earning what he's earning. So what is wrong in that statement? That's
you know, Bobby Reid and Lulo, all of them can say same.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, Pesa. So if all of them say the same, would they need to apologize? And apologize for what? Is it wrong? What I'm saying that for a person to apologize, is it because it is wrong or you believe that it was not wise? Because sometimes we can say things in a better out of principle you want him to apologize. So that we can agree with. Listen, because he could say, people, I know that your feelings were hurt, and I never meant to hurt your feelings. But, I mean, really and truly, the truth is, what can Jamaica do for me? But that I can understand you wanting him to apologize because people's feelings were hurt. People who support him. And he can...
Yeah. At 6, when I see them, nobody don't boo him. I know Jamaican people don't really care.
But people booed him before. Yes, sir. People booed him before. I'm just giving perspective. Remember, I'm saying to you, remember what I am saying to you is that I don't agree with the content of that interview or the context of that interview. So I am not okay with it. I don't think those things should be uttered publicly by a player of his status because of the backlash. What I am saying is that while there is a need for an apology, is he apologizing because what he said is wrong, or is he apologizing because what he said would have offended people? That's what I want to find out.
Offended, just like myself. And it's simple now. Just like when you might be doing a podcast.
It's a lot of things you see on social media and a person, you don't apologize for, you know, because of your views.
Yeah, fine. But manager, you put up, you know, with Bill as a superstar of football. I'm not a superstar. I'm just a fan of football. So I can say a lot of things. It's still great. That's a different thing.
Yeah, but person,
yeah. The man who hold me in high esteem.
Yeah.
No, man, the person who hold me in high esteem as a person or the on YouTube fan for football, them can say whatever. I'm not laying daily for footballer. We really play, you know. But I'm still saying, man, we still have a support him. But I don't still saying, we say a new slate and it was true to pick him up. But me personally, I would have picked him for the next window. That's me. I'm not the coach. The coach pick him, so I have to work with him. End of story.
Yeah, and listen, you know what? Maybe if I were the coach, I would have him sit out this window. If I were the coach, just to kind of ease the tension and kind of have some more dialogue. No, but what I'm saying at the same time though, because we don't know the level of discussion he had with the coach and with the players, like the coach said, it's hard for us to make these things. We can only speak from the outside. So we don't know the inner working.
Speak to him.
Yeah.
Right. All right. The coach can speak to him.
The coach has spoken to him on multiple occasions. Right. Yes.
Right. And when him come across now, like he already say, coach, give me benefit I don't, so we can't give him benefit I don't know. The coach speaking. The coach can tell me that.
There you go.
Fine. Yes, I said. But what I'm saying, man, other persons like me will feel offended when you say Jamaica. Them having a way to kind of come under call.
Yeah. Listen, I have a very good friend that I respect a whole lot. He runs a YouTube platform as well. And he believes that the player displays toxic behavior. And welcoming the player into the team is kind of facilitating that toxic behavior. And I think he has a valid point. I totally understand that perspective. But again, maybe there's a pathway with this coach, however, where we will not see that.
Right.
And we will see the best of the player.
Right.
So maybe we need to
him as well.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, when a coach comes in, should there be a clean slate? I remember when Arteta came into Arsenal, it was a clean slate. And when he gave a clean slate, there were players who were still problematic coming from the Unai Emery era. And he got rid of them. But I think it is fair that when a new coach come in, he kind of starts with a clean slate, have conversations, and give everyone a fair opportunity.
Yeah, man, fair enough. I agree 100%.
Yeah. What we will say though is this. If this were say a Ronaldo Cephas, would the treatment be different? If this were if this were
Alessandro player.
Let's use if this were Greg Lee, would it be the same? Right? Would it be the same? So
just as the way you say, right? Look at man, the people are crucified Adrian Reid at 17 years old. You know? So when Whisper and Dixon were young, to them get a chance, you know, there was no clamor, no argument, you know, it was all well and good, but true because Adrian Reid is affiliated to Cavaliers and you know, like speed. So a speed had a problem. And you go up Esteral go to trial of Portugal, them say, and that's the reason why and Adrian Reid was in the squad the last window, you know. Let me show how you two space out them. It's going to present them, you know, they tactical, you know. But true because Dixon and Whisper when them like. And Adrian, they have a bad disastrous U20. And I watched the youth last night for Cavaliers, and the coach said he was impressed with him. Then pick him back. So, he said, man, it's a YouTube there with Jamaica football. Fans can't please. Okay, who no win that all. Every time the team pick a problem. So I don't say, we don't have to move on. We are love football. We have a support the country. We don't talk about YouTube. We go on matches. That's different. Not for them, man. They just come and catch up them more. They're not going to no match.
Yeah.
They talk them talk. So. Don't show me, boss. Now go on the work, so we talk.
Yeah, man. All right. Good call, Peso. That is when that is how when I call the show, you must behave, you know. That too many times. Yeah. You when I call the show, you must behave yourself, you know, man. You're a big man now, you know, sir. Too much. I was on an international stream earlier. I see I use some words to express yourself. You have to cut out them things, you know. You so. All right, boss.
All right, boss. Cool. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, people. Yeah. The 4x4 male team finished third, right? Yeah. They finished third. That's the Jamaican team. So checking the times to let you know. You know, yeah. All right, I just got this comment that I want to read, right? Can you imagine an English-born player saying Jamaica cannot do anything for them, which frankly may be true? The anti-heritage persons in Jamaica would lose their minds. And listen, I agree with that, and I think we need to stop giving voice to the anti-heritage people, because they are not going to change. Let me say it again. There are people who, no matter what is done or years pass, their views on footballers who are not born in Jamaica, who are Jamaicans representing Jamaica, their views are not going to change for whatever reason. And because for the most part their views are going to change, I think we should not give any space to them in the discussion. That is it. And I like how the players the heritage players operate. They don't listen to it for the most part. They don't listen to them. Like I can tell you, like a lot of them, they don't listen to it because they themselves, and you would have listened to, for example, Mikel Antonio. Mikel Antonio has spoken about how often he used to visit Jamaica as a youth. Up until he was 16, every single year, he said 6 weeks he would be in Jamaica. And I think sometimes because people don't know the stories, that is why they hold these views. But I do agree. Right? I do agree that certain players would probably not be dealt with the same way. All right? But can everyone be dealt with the same way in this context? Like I said, while I do not agree, I would not have said those words, and I don't think that was even the place. All right? We can all agree on that. But does it mean that the player should never, ever, even if available, represent the country again? Is that our position? Or it is, let there be a long suspension? And if so, once you begin to do that, when there are other behaviors, how do you measure all of that? So that is the complexity of the matter. And again, I think sometimes a lot of these things are left in the hand of coaches. They are left in the hand of coaches. Like what the coach wants. The coach says he wants the best player, and I think over time he will do that. He will begin to fine-tune who he wants and all of that. And we have to give time. We have to give time to a bit of that. All right? We have to give time to that. I'm telling you. But it's not. Yeah. We have to give time. We have to give time for that. You understand me? I think, like I said, I think it's a strong squad. Oh, listen, we have the great one who has called. Cranky. The under 20.
I'm not happy.
With the track
4x4.
Yeah.
We are run 311 management with a national team. I think that joke.
it doesn't. But
Yeah, that's why each high school team runs. So we put up best 4 players that runs on the track. We can't be running on 320. So far management.
The boys in the 400 meter, Jamaican boys, Christopher Taylor record in class 3 for the 400 meters is 47 in class 3. That means he's 14 or 13. And we have athletes here at the under 20 level running 49. It don't make any sense.
My friend texted me about that yesterday, and he was losing his mind.
I can't understand
because he normally go to these events. Actually, I'm surprised he's not in Lima. So yeah, it's disappointing. But you sound like you're in our factory. Why you sound like you're in our factory?
Really? I don't know. Maybe because
oh. Is it me or you?
Maybe I kind of doing my mic differently. So maybe that is it. I kind of doing something different with it. So I don't have it from overhead. But do I think the sound is good from my end? So yeah. But you know what is funny, Cranky? I was speaking in my group, and I'm saying in the group, and I'm saying that like right across Jamaica, like sports seems to have fallen astronomically in like a couple of years. You look at Jamaica having no CPL franchise. Like you don't hear much about horse racing but all of these things that we used to do, you don't hear anything. The track and field, especially on the male side, has gone down from if you come from the Olympics or even before the Olympics. The times that champs for the male, I mean, it's not good. It's not good.
Playing too much video games. You're playing too much video games, man. We're not going outside.
I think we need to
sports.
I think I really think we need to sit down, because I am telling you, if this gets any worse, it's going to have social effects, because it will mean less kids going to colleges and getting college opportunities. Because when you look at like the results, Frankie, only 18 out of every child in Jamaica who did CSEC, maths and English pass it. Only 18 out of every 100 got maths and English.
So management, let me just say it's management. That's a parent issue, management. I know this personally, it's a parent issue. Where are the mother and fathers? Especially the fathers. Where are they, management?
Well, you know what?
Where are they, management? Because management,
we'd have to find
if you have a good support system at home, you'd be surprised how well you do in most disciplines in life, actually.
But we need to find out, like, what is the number? What we need to find out is what is the number of these kids who live in single-parent home or live with guardians, and see if the results vary. Because it's a very important question to ask. But the other thing as well is that the PEP result is the worst it has ever been since its inception this time around. So now I am wondering if like my son did not do any grade 4 PEP, because it never did, right? So he just did like a grade 5 thing that he never even did well in, because he just came and he just did the exam. That's all he did. But he did well in the grade 6. All right. So I'm wondering if when they were supposed to do the grade 4 and the whole pandemic, is that if that had an effect?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It probably did, because I know my niece, who did well in her 5th form exam in her first year of college, because she was doing it remotely, it didn't work out well. So now I have her go to the school itself versus doing it remotely. So I think remotely sometimes connectivity issues, all sort of issues, lock up in the house. So maybe there's a longer term effect in the management, a 2 or 3 year thing, which may derail some kids' education. But I still think the parents are an imperative, management. And if the parents not doing their job, then you're gonna see the outcome, the kids' outcome.
Yeah, but your niece and nephew, who while they were in Jamaica, Cranky, they didn't have both parents in the home, and they still did well.
No, they did well because they had. You know what? I'm not going to go into that. But let's say they have an uncle who is different. I don't play that management. I don't play that. You have one life to live, and you have to maximize the potential, management. You have to maximize the potential. So they know when they deal with me, I'm not taking the nonsense. They do your schoolwork. Because I know what schoolwork does for people. Even your financial condition is poor, you'll be surprised what education does to you. Not only about you making money in the management, but how you live your life, how you make decisions. People don't seem to realize that. Education is not just about making money, you know. It's how you make decisions in your life holistically that allows you to be successful. So yeah, we're not playing the I'm not going to school nonsense. So, but I want to talk about something funny, man.
So
the whole conversation about this player.
Yeah, give me a perspective.
Yeah, about this player. You don't have to say anything. So here's my view. No one is saying a player should be banned for life.
Okay.
But when there are no guardrails for the player, when the player says he can do anything he wants to do and he gets away with it, when he's done a bunch of violations and never been suspended. But the last time it wasn't suspension, no. It was something about you're suspended, but then I call you back. So you're never suspended. So if you feel you can do anything you want to do, then I don't know how that works for a national team. And as I've said numerous times, if you diss the country, people diss the country, man, you have to be so arrogant, man, and so into yourself with this country. People, when this one country, man, you get exercise for life in the man. If no one else come on and say the US are idiot and the US can't do nothing, man, US this, you know, sponsors be running like flies, man. They'll be running away from him. Because the people will be so toxic who says you diss the country. The one person can diss the country at Trump and get away with it. Trump to be the only person can diss. No, he can diss anybody and get away with it. But nobody else has that latitude to do so. And the player, man, hasn't done enough to even be in that conversation about doing that. The player has played 30 games, 5 goals, I think 1 is a penalty. His stats and his performances doesn't warrant the laudatory comments, the flowers he's getting. It doesn't. When you start producing a certain level, you get certain latitude in life. If you're exceptional in any discipline, I say this all the time, you get latitude, man. You get away with things, right? Doesn't say that's right, because we should try to work for a more equal environment. But the player has been a problem, management, from before he started playing for Jamaica. At first, he was being coupled with somebody else to play for the national team, or seemed to go play for England when grandparents there. It's been a problem from day one. And then to exacerbate this management, he has to produce when he plays. Somebody says love affair about, because he's born locally, because he comes back to the island on a regular basis, because he's the face of the island. What's that love affair about, management? Because in life, you know, for most of us in management, we support a team. If you support Arsenal, and Ramsey are not producing, you say Ramsey are buying. Don't you?
Yes.
Bring somebody else in. If you support Arsenal and Aubameyang not scoring goal, you know what? Get a new forward. How is this different?
Because
those players didn't diss Arsenal. None of those players diss Arsenal. Yeah. None of them diss Arsenal.
Maybe because they're not able to like to get quality at that level. In the same way, like Arsenal probably could source that quality through transfer markets and those things. Because
management, and I've said this before, we do a poor job of recruiting. We don't recruit well. The players are out there, management. Trust me. Yeah. We have made a compelling case for those players to join. I've seen texts with players saying, our prospective players saying, if the drama done, I'll consider it, management. Hear me, Manis?
Yeah.
If the drama done, I'll consider as something I'll consider. Or whoever is going to be the coach, I'll have to make a decision about whether or not I want to consider it. So when you see those things, management, with people texting who are not part of the program saying these things, you then realize that if we have a well-run program with the right people in place, doing the right thing, we have a compelling vision and a strategy about recruiting and make sure when those players come in, they're in the right environment, I think things will change. I've always said this. When you have competition in place in a team, people have to hold them calm, management. They can't have the arrogance they normally have, right? It's like Sterling got a bad example, but Sterling at Chelsea. They have 5 wingers who are very good. He's an exceptional player, still a very good player, surplus to requirement. If you can make players surplus to requirement, management, they will conform and they'll do what they're supposed to be doing. Otherwise, we have what we have now.
All right, I have 2 comments that have come up. I don't want to say they oppose, but they are just putting questions to you. One is from Duke and he says, Cranky, do you know what new quote unquote new leaf unquote means? The other one is from he's asking the Cranky, do you know what new leaf means? That's one. And then I think he's saying that the coach has turned over a new leaf. So that's what he's asking. And then Office Williams.
Management, everybody come turn over management. What does that do with a slice of bread? How do we stay like this? When we want something, we come up with this nonsense. Mannings, man. That's nonsense, Mannings, man. The JFF is now new leaf. The JFF is the same JFF ever. They're the administrator for the games. They make decisions about certain things. The coach can't come in and say, "Well, pick." The coach don't know the coach pick this team. Who believe the coach picked this recent team? Does the coach know Reed? Does the coach know Campbell? The coach didn't pick this team. So nonsense yata. Whoever said that. Nonsense yata. About new leaf. So every time we have new leaf, him get new leaf when he's supposed to get banned in transgression of a Canada game and him get called back. The coach go against his own ban to take him in. What new leaf? It's always going to be a new leaf because it's a new excuse. Every single time we have a new excuse. Some bad behavior. And they want to punish the girls them. We want to suspend girls. Because them then talk out. You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways, Mannings, man. Be consistent in your values. Be consistent in your protocol. Be consistent with your policies. Have some you know what when you're operating.
Yeah. I see
the player before he joined the national team management from day one before he joined is a problem. It's a problem to today. When is he gonna grow up?
Yeah. Yeah.
When is he gonna grow up and be an adult and operate accordingly? Yeah. Like he does for Aston Villa. When?
Yeah. I see.
I get upset when we make excuses for nonsense now. Excuses for nonsense. What's the second one?
I thought the other one says this. The other one says this, and this is Avis Williams. The word "this" holds too much weight in our culture. I think you had said that earlier. So because you were saying that when you diss your country. So this person is saying forgive and move forward.
All right. No, don't use this. Don't use this. Use a word. When you disrespect your country. That you want to hear? When you first thing with Jamaica, more than any other country, Jamaicans don't take disrespect. Nothing about that. When somebody disrespect on operate. Jamaicans do not take disrespect. So nonsense, you don't talk about this have too much weight. Some people probably get dead and take disrespect. So we don't want to talk about that. Go disrespect. Ben White says he's not playing for England because he had a problem with the coach. He didn't select. So he don't want to be selected for. You don't want him to go? He will say, well, he should never be called back for the national team ever. He didn't buy. I don't know him violating team rules. We don't know what transpired. So they say he didn't want to come back. You're not playing with the coach because he decided he didn't want to come play, not because he had a party management, or supposedly because he did something inappropriate.
Yeah, but I think the FA is wrong in Ben White. I would prefer a new coach calls him because he's playing the best as a right back. I don't understand why they didn't call him. But
Mannings, I'm telling you how people operate in the real world, Mannings, man.
Yeah, but he never said that about what the coach was. What I'm saying, though, currently, like, I know I don't want to digress, but this Ben White situation, I think it is wrong. Yeah. Because this coach should have called him based on his performance.
No, but Mannings, man, here's the thing, Mannings, man. Lee Carsley was part of the under-21 when he worked with Southgate, right? All these things are interconnected, Mannings, man. He's not going to call him. And Ben White probably doesn't want to play anyway. But the point is, Mannings, man, I don't want to play because I don't love football. You know, he says he doesn't love football.
He doesn't want to play. But if he had a problem with Southgate, unless this was the person he had a problem with.
Right.
Because this person was also part of the coaching staff.
Here's the difference. Ben White didn't come out and beat Southgate, Mannings, man. Ben White didn't come out and beat England or South, man. He's just silent. Everybody's crucifying him, just silent, Mannings, man, right? This player come out and beat the country, beat the administration, beat the country because of his indiscretions, Mannings, man. It's like when you talk implicit at school, when you something wrong, you go KCB, stay out, I'm not coming here, smoke weed, and this blame me. They must say, this blame me, and it's start cost everybody, Mannings, man, tell me wrong. All for you to be so arrogant. You're wrong, but you are dismiss the country, you're dismiss the JFF. Everybody, I'm going to still put up with it. A pure hypocrite, that is, Mannings, man. You can't tell me that. Pure hypocrite. Hypocrites. Because if Antonio did this, if a Gray did this, if a Pinnock did this, if a Greg Lee, Limokis, crucify them, not saying can't be in country again, we don't care who they are. We're not too hypocritical. Most are not hypocritical. Can't tell the nonsense.
Dwight says Steve McLaren needs to be very careful about the culture he's building around the Reggae Boys. He only has 2024 to 2026 to qualify. You can't
tell me, man. You don't have to answer this, man. You don't have to answer, man. You can't tell me that the senior people on the team, with a Pinnock, or Law, or Bailey, or Antonio, or Blake, are supporting of this behavior. Nobody can tell me that. Me know how players are and senior people are adults are. You can't even support a player who disrespect the team, disrespecting teammate them, disrespect the program, go late to treat, do things not appropriate, and they're okay with it, management, and come from professional environment. Because people like Lou operate, or like Blake operate, and Tony operate. These are adults. And there's no one, we don't know kids who act like a 5-year-old and grow up, management. So I don't like about, oh, cranky don't like this player. No, I don't like bad behavior, management. I can't take it. It's like, you need to stick me. I don't like bad behavior, management. It's bad. And you encouraging slapness when you do that. You don't have the answer, management.
Yeah. Duklan, let me say, I think Duklan. Yeah, I think Cranky has all, like, Duklan is saying that he's confused. He's saying that
Duklan is always confused.
No, he's saying
Duklan is an anti-person. No, Duklan is an anti-person. I tell you, Duklan is an anti-person.
Because
so I'm not listen to Duklan. I'm not listen to Duklan. I'm saying, I'm listen to Duklan. He's an anti-person.
Okay.
Duklan is like Chris Smith. I'm not listen to anti-people. I ignore them nowadays. I try to ignore them. And Chris Smith, Duklan, Gunners Box with ban, and can talk all them one and cuss me and I'm gonna kill you ban for life. You can't come in my space. You've been erased. You've been terminated. You don't like it? Tough.
You know that was it Diego or so to tell me that you're at the park with them?
Yes. I was there with Sauti and Diego.
Yeah.
On Sunday, over 40. My team, my old football team play over 40 competition. Yeah, we're at the park.
Oh, you didn't play?
Argue with somebody. Play? No. We don't have any needs management. We can't play any football anymore. After 4 knee operations, you should just figure out that it doesn't work for you.
Okay.
Because it doesn't work.
I don't know what conversation, but I know when Diego called me, him tell me everybody was at the park and what the discussion is. I don't remember, but whatever discussion.
No, one of the person in his team was just irritating the heck out of me. I just want to do that. No, Sauti was good. Diego was good. Sauti was good. But they were talking about this FM station in Jamaica comes on at 10 a.m. and what they always call it. I haven't called into it, but yeah. No, look, here man. We as a country, and I've been saying, and I did a program yesterday now. I talked about the toxic relationship between the fans and the JFF, and that needs to change. And I didn't get a lot of pushback on that, to be honest. But here's my view, man. We can't keep on having these adversarial relationships in life, right? There has to be standards. There has to be discipline. And if you do something wrong, you get a punishment, and you get comeback in management.
Yeah.
If you keep doing something wrong, you don't get no punishment. Why should you change your behavior? Right? The JFF need to do better, but the fans need to do better also.
I agree.
It's not beating. Everybody needs to do better.
Yeah, but
we all need to do better, man.
This is what I was saying earlier. I think, like you use the term, the people who are anti-heritage player. They get voice because we repeat what they type and we facilitate what they say. That's it, because they're not really, when they are in this space, don't have the conversation. So I refuse to discuss those things because I don't think there is any divide. I've seen the players and there's no divide. So I don't want to discuss it. Like I'm not discussing it.
Yeah, but we should we have the dialogue and get to a good place to agree to disagree and move on. So here's the example, management. So if the people who are anti-heritage management, they're prominent in the society. It's one thing to say, you know what, we in our YouTube space and social media can ignore them, but they come on the traditional radio station. They have platforms. The guy who runs the JPL, for example, Stuart from Harborview, they're prominent people in the society who have a voice, who have platforms, who are espousing these views. So what are you going to do? You're going to hear them. Even if you want to ignore them, they're going to be heard and heard loud. And they have influence.
Yeah, because what happened is that I think, like, I had a discussion where someone said that any coach who plays a player from the JPL, who selects a player from the JPL, is not serious. And I'm saying that we are two extremes. You have one person who is saying that no one from the JPL can ever get selected. And that's wrong. And then you have the next person now who is saying that no one from outside of Jamaica should be selected. That cannot be. Like, I think by now we should have passed that discussion. Because it don't make sense on either side. It don't make sense.
Yeah.
And I think when we start to have those, like, Crank, when you and I have that kind of discussion and entertain it for 1 hour, 2 hours, I feel like Are we maximizing our time?
No. We give it fuel, right? We give it fuel.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
By the way, Tom Stranger, if you're trying to diss me, people like you I ignore. But anyway, because you don't matter. So here's the thing, man. We do give fuel. We give it fuel, man. We give it fuel.
Yeah, that's what I'm
we give it
saying.
fuel. I would agree, but I'm saying we can't. Even though we give it fuel when we do that, because these people have prominence, it makes it difficult not to ignore them, because we're trying to change that behavior, right? We're trying to change that view.
Exactly.
And if you want to change it, you can't just ignore the changes, right?
So this is where now I challenge persons like you and even myself. So when we have the conversation, it is a conversation about the best players, how they fit,
right,
and how we can make it happen, and not a comparison with this one born a Jamaican. Like, we're supposed to pass that, because the conversation. Listen, this is from the pandemic, which was in 2022. This is 2 years, and the conversation, I believe, has not moved on. And when I think I appreciate with your channel, which is part of what I have to get back to the core of my channel with, is like you had thing there that I had on my channel from Trinidad, Foucault, right? Where football can be discussed, conversations can be had that talks about players from either side, coaches, competitions, that don't get into local versus overseas. But when it comes up by whomever, whether on mainstream, and we're dealing with it, we take time to address it and we move on. We just nip it in the bud and say, listen, this conversation is wasting time.
Sure.
You understand me? Because
no. I think that's what you're starting to think about employing, because it's only going down a path which you can't recover from. It's negative. It's not positive.
Correct. There you go.
Yeah.
Like I think we can have discussions about players born in the diaspora and players born in Jamaica. That a player born in Jamaica can tune into Cranky Show and read the comment section and don't feel like they are being assaulted. And the player from the diaspora can also watch your channel or any one of the channels. Well, let me not say any one of the channels. Or watch some of the channels and don't.
No, management. My thing about someone talk about this management. You hear me out on my channel, which is about respect. If you diss me, management, I'll diss you back. That's how me view life. But at the same time, we shouldn't be dissing out in the first place. No dissing should go on, management. Even trying to use much more levity in our language versus just trying to go in hard. Because we go in hard because it sounds good, man, and it have maximum effect.
Yeah,
but sometimes it's so debilitating.
You went off the other day, man.
I said something which somebody didn't agree with, and they try to warn me. Man, you can't warn me. When you try to warn me, management, like me a 5-year-old. You warn me. I shouldn't talk about certain things because you're afraid, and I should be afraid like how you're afraid. Or I should talk about certain subject because you're anti that subject. That's your problem. Don't tell me what to do. Yeah. I'm gonna do what I want. I believe is right, and it's my own. If you don't like it, then you don't come to my channel. Then don't come to my. I keep telling people this. If you don't like Cranky and his channel, then unsubscribe and go watch somebody else. Yeah. I tell people this, man. They don't believe me and think I joke me making up. They say I'm trying to use reverse psychology. I said if you unsubscribe from my channel, everybody, then I'm gonna get my life back. I spend too much time in this space, so I'm gonna take a vacation this summer. I don't sit on there trying to figure out what topic to talk about. I'm not like some people in management. I'm not into being bullied or people trying to intimidate. Because I don't live my life that way. I try to be fair to everybody. Yeah. I'm trying to be fair to everybody. I try to treat people the right way.
You used to tell me this, right? And so you who used to say, listen, management, it doesn't look good.
No, I know, but management, make all know. When I'm still young. No. So I'm being a hypocrite. No, some people get out of their skin. When you're in the middle, because you know, management, when you're in the middle of the program, right? And you're talking, and somebody cut you off and said, hey, Cranky, watch yourself, what you're saying now. Mind yourself, we're going to cancel you too. You trying to cancel me is like you stab me with a knife. You trying to cancel me, management, is a joke. Seriously, it's a joke. Because here's the thing, management, people got to realize this.
Yeah.
In life, if you cancel my need, that's a problem.
Yeah.
If you cancel my want, I can live with it, man. So I may want to be on YouTube and do this. I don't need to be on YouTube and do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to call it arrogance? I don't really care because
But that's
that's
what I'm
fine.
saying,
right?
because you don't need, like I tell people, like, listen, I'm not in no competition. If I feel like today I want to do a show, I want to do it. And if I feel like tomorrow I can't, I love it, but I don't have to do it. You understand what I mean? Which is the same position you're in.
Yeah.
So that is why I don't think, like, some people are not going to change. They, for whatever reason, they feel a particular way about you, and they are going to say those things. No, and this is what you'll always say to me, and I'm saying to you that because the people who really appreciate me don't want me to behave that way, you who don't appreciate me, I'm not going to make you control my behavior or determine my behavior, because I'm more concerned with
Some
those
people
who
have some management. I agree with you. Look, I can't dispute that. That's a fact, right? I totally agree with you. Totally agree with management. And sometimes I go off, I apologize sometimes because you know what? You get me your feelings and then you back up and say, you know what, I shouldn't operate that way.
Yeah.
But it's already done. You can't bring it back. It's done, right? And some people say, I thought you say certain things, but then you're being hypocritical by a certain way. And that's totally true. But my point is this, is that when you touch certain subject management, they're very sensitive subject. Like you're going to define who I should, if somebody has a certain sexuality, you're going to tell me I should hate them. I don't hate any human being, management. That's not my philosophy. That's not how you're supposed to live.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I'm not a Christian, but I live a Christian type lifestyle. Meaning,
you have to accept.
I try to be a good person, management.
Yeah, you can accept.
Yes, management. Don't come threaten me, but you'll cancel me because no, management. You'll lose me.
People believe that if I love someone, I am accepting their behavior. Behavior is different from the person.
Yeah.
I can separate a person's behavior from the person. I don't agree with a lot of the practices of people, but the truth is I accept them as because they're humans. Who am I to hate them? But I hate what they do.
Management, you know what? You don't have any space, management. You don't have any space. People don't realize that. Let me get some management. So this may sound a little bit elitist, but I listen on YouTube. I used to be on your program at ton and other people's program, and I said to myself, I am gonna try to be a catalyst to help us as a people change how we operate sometimes, even how we think sometimes. That was my primary goal. You know why? Because I just believe as a people, like black people in general, we're toxic towards each other in general. Now, people, I'm not saying everybody. I was talking to Andre this morning. He says he's going to buy some tires for a certain amount of money. I'm saying, I bet the people you're buying from doesn't look like you. He said, yup, and that's part of my frustration. And we have this conversation now, which is this.
Listen, you can't tell Andre that, because that's what Andre wants to hear.
No, the point I'm taking, man, is this. I'm trying to say, why do my neighborhood management, when we go buy anything, the dollar go for my community management? Why when I go buy something for $10, it leaves my community? When other people buy something for $10, it's staying in the community management. Why is that? That's a problem. So I believe in this space. If I can be a cog in the wheel, I have to influence certain things, then I should be in this space, no matter how frustrated I get sometimes. And sometimes I listen to us, and when you're very experienced management, you live through certain things, and then you realize how people behave and how they operate. Jamaica, when them teach now 4x1, they operate.
Hey, listen, man,
how them go on management.
And we can't take on a foreign TV them and on. I see the race before BC. I don't know.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I just see a lot of reach smiling. So what am I gonna say? We can't say nothing.
All right.
Can't say. Probably 3-2-1. But anyway.
Jamaica out front, man, and it's leading in a 4x1 by a distance, though.
Well,
it should be.
Just giving commentary, you see, Cranky.
Yeah, Cranky, we're going Cranky. Yeah, man, easy pickings for the Jamaicans. We out front.
For the first time, for the first time, I'm in front of Pioneer management or something.
You know what happened? Yeah, Pioneer that was on Sunday when you were in the park. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Okay. Oh, so where's a Cranky? You have the results already.
Yeah, and it's streamed, so it's not even live either. It's streamed. It's streamed. It's Peacock actually.
We're working with TVJ Sports Network feed. 43-82, 43-81. Canada winning by almost 2 seconds.
81.
43-81. Yeah.
81.
Yeah, man. Where is it? 81.
Yeah.
Yeah, 81.
Yeah. All right,
Good
Cranky.
run, good button
Yeah, but
changes.
yeah, not the button changes were they were not so smooth, Cranky. Could have been better, but I think so because we have such superior foot speed.
I'm watching the replay. Wait. I'm watching the replay. Wait, hold up. First
Are you watching
change.
the replay?
She missed for the first one. They missed the first time.
Yeah, man, it wasn't that smooth. I could see it in real time that it wasn't that good.
Yeah. Second one was decent.
Yeah.
Oh, Cranky,
Second one was yeah.
you don't do any show on Monday, no? You know what? We're going to discuss some of these things.
No, I do Monday. You know,
No,
man.
on
I have a
Friday.
proposal for you on Wednesday.
Yeah, because this is
I don't
Friday.
do Friday shows. No, I don't do Friday shows. No.
Because I need to do
No,
the
if I do Friday shows, I'd probably have to leave my house.
Well, but I'm going to give it over to Pioneer now because you know him at the track and field commentator and thing.
All right.
Yeah, man, we're gonna be switching. We're switching it up now because we're gonna switch to the Diamond League. Come 1 o'clock, which is in another 5 minutes time. So we'll continue to cover the World Youths and the World Juniors, and while we switch to the Diamond League, and then later on, after the Diamond League is done, about 4 o'clock again, we'll pick up back with some more coverage of the World Junior game. So, track and field all day. We'll get a full dose and an overdose. So,
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
All
man.
right. Bless up.
Bless up
Yeah.
every time. Cool. All right,
but
so
this-
Cranky, that was Cranky. Pioneer is in the house right now, so yeah, man. Yeah, go ahead, Pioneer.
yeah, man, I'm saying this Jamaican 4x1 team should win this gold medal easily. With the amount of foot speed that we have on offer. Some of the better runners. After Karika Hill is done with her 100 hurdles, she should be a part of this team. Alana Reid basically jogging to the line, still finishing in a pretty decent time. So even though I don't think we have the team to contest or to contend to break the record that is also held by Jamaica, I think we have a team that should win the gold medal pretty comfortably, man. So shouldn't have much of a problem. 43.81, not the most impressive of times, but way ahead of the field. Puerto Rico finishing in second in a national under 20 record for them, 45.28. Italy in third in 45.55. So that is such as a margin between Jamaica and the rest of the world when it comes on to sprinting, especially at the junior level. Female sprinting, that is. As I said, people, we're gonna switch in a little while to we're gonna be switching to the Diamond League in a little while from now. So let's start. You stay with us. The Diamond League will start in about 3 minutes. That's gonna be exactly 1 o'clock Jamaica time. So we will maintain coverage. We'll continue to cover the World Juniors, and for a little while we'll be switching back and forth because we'll be wanting to see the men's 4x100 meters, which will also have some Jamaican participation. So, but we see the men coming out right now. We're seeing the French team, also seeing the Spanish team. And this is for the 4x100 meters. We're seeing the Swiss team coming out, South Africa, who is going to be one of the stronger teams, having the gold medalists and the bronze medalists over 100 meters. So South Africa should be one of the favorites in this. But that's how we'll switch to the Diamond League. We'll be starting with the 400 meters, and we'll be also having the 100 meters, which will be run pretty early. So, no. Let me just do a check to see if the Diamond League has started yet, people. But track and field are getting a very, very large serving of track and field today. Why is Flow Sports not? Flow Sports. would say I would just yeah, that's it. Oh, myself. Thank you for being with us here, and I am sure people. As I say, we're having a very heavy serving of track and field today. Covering the World Juniors, and then we'll be going over to the Diamond League, which we should be starting just about now. Trying to find the feed for the Diamond League, but in the meantime, we continue to look at the World Junior Games live from Lima, Peru. All right, today we have the Rome Diamond League that's gonna be on. So a whole lot of Jamaican performers. Let me see, still trying to access the Diamond League feed. Also have the Paralympics happening, people. So whole lot of track and field on offer. Just trying to find the feed for the Diamond League, Jenko folks. So just ask you to be with it for a second, all right? Just trying to search and find the feed for the Diamond League so we can give you. But in the meantime, from the World Junior Games live in Lima, Peru, we have decathlon on. We're also having the 4x100 meters for men. We should see the Jamaican team coming up in the second heat. Still trying to access the feed for the Diamond League, which should have just about started. So we have the men's 4x1 on screen in lane 8. We have Australia, and these are the heats people. We have Australia in lane 8. We have Grenada in lane 7, Korea, and that's South Korea in lane 6. We have South Africa in lane 5, and they are one of the favorites. We have Switzerland in lane 4. We have Spain in lane 3, and running out of lane 2. We have France, and this is the first of 4 heats. South Africa comes in with a best time of 40.91, and they are one of the favorites, as I said earlier. They should have their way in this one. They are not even running some of their stars here. We have just a B team by South Africa, and they are. But such is the quality. African sprinting has definitely made a significant step in the right direction. Seeing South Africa having a wonderful World Junior Championships, gold and bronze in the 100 meters. Also making the finals and medaling in a lot more events. So South Africa having one of their better World Junior games. They should be favored in this 4x1. Jamaica comes up in a later heat. In the meantime, we are trying to access the feed for the Diamond League so we can give you some of the happenings there. Wow. South Africa having some button issues. Well, kind of shoddy first change. It's Korea who is out front. South Korea finishing fast. Onto the final changeover. Korea in front. South Africa struggling. Australia on the outside. Australia on the inside. That's France from South Africa. France over South Africa. France over Australia. No, well, they are saying Korea took it. They're having Korea from France over Australia. South Africa struggling mightily. So it's a world under 20, or national under 20 record for South Korea. 39.71. Impressive running. Very impressive running by South Africa, by South Korea Marlins. South Africa, who we thought would have been favorites, struggling with their button changes. But very, very impressive running by South Korea. France and Australia were finishing fast. They gave the nod to South Korea in a World Junior record, 39.71. Very impressive running. Not one of the favored countries when it comes on to sprinting Mannings, but obviously doing exceptionally well. Just giving you some updated results from the Diamond League in the 400 meters. That was won by Bryce Stedman of the US. These are the results, someone. These look like the lane assignments. What is a lane assignment? So, wow. So unless there was a delayed start. So are we having a delayed start to the Diamond League? This looks like we're having, so it looks like, mornings, it looks like the Diamond League is a 2 o'clock start instead of 1 o'clock start. Because I'm actually looking at the program here and you hear me, mornings? You pick me up, mornings? You hearing me?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I say I'm looking at the results of the Diamond League here, and this looks like we're having a delay. Because what I'm seeing here is actually a delay in the start of so let me see if I can get Beardless people, we're multitasking here, trying to cover the World Junior Games at the same time we are covering the Diamond League. But
Yeah, so Pioneer, let me just get a fancy mic. Hold on. I have to use the fancy mic. Here you go.
Mannings with the fancy mic right here.
Check.
South Africa looked like they were disqualified, Mannings.
Check.
South Africa disqualified. National under 20 record for Korea, 39.71. France in second in 39.73. Australia got third in that one. So,
yeah, I think
go ahead, Mannings, go ahead.
Yeah, I think in the Diamond League, right? So it is a short put. So Masters race and all of that going on right now.
Yeah, man. So it look like we're gonna have a 2 o'clock start instead of the normal 1 o'clock start. And this is the Rome Diamond League, people. So I thought we were gonna be up for a 1 o'clock start, but that seemed to have been pushed back to 2 o'clock. So we'll continue to give you coverage of the World Junior Games. The 4x100 meters are on track. And at the same time, we have the pole vault happening. Brilliant running by South Korea in heat 1 of the men's 4x100 meters. 39.71. Impressive junior time. South Africa, one of the favorites, having issues with the button and being disqualified in heat 1. So I'm sure they'll be mightily disappointed.
Yeah.
I
know that we have Omar McLeod and Orlando Bennett who will be running for Jamaica today. You have the likes of Akeem Blake in the 100 meters coming up. You have, Genevieve Russell and Cheyenne Salmon and Andrelina Knight in the hurdles. In terms of Jamaican participating in the Diamond League. All right. So not a whole lot of Jamaicans going up today, but there should be some good races nonetheless.
We also have Akeem Blake in the 100 meters, Mannings. We also have 100 meters. We have Akira Nugent in the 100 for women.
Yes.
We have Beckford in the high jump. Romain Beckford. He did a personal best in the Lausanne Diamond League. Got second there. He's in good form. Post Olympics, he comes up also. We should also see Stoner, our gold medalist in the men's discus. We should also have our bronze medalist in the men's shot put. So a number of Jamaicans on show, Mannings. Enough and across a variety of events. Just seeing some results here, Mannings, from the World Juniors. British team in the women's 4x1, the British team was disqualified for lane violation. So bad news for Britain there. Jamaica advancing pretty comfortably. And one would fancy ourselves taking the goal in that one. All right, but on track we have the
Oh, go ahead.
on track we have the second heat of the men's 4x100 meters at the under 20. United States runs out of lane 8. Peru runs out of lane 9, the home team. Finland runs out of lane 7. Brazil runs out of lane 6. Hong Kong runs out of lane 5. We have Zimbabwe, African sprinting coming to the 4, running out of lane 4. Sri Lanka runs out of lane 3. And the People's Republic of China runs out of lane 2. So let's see, the US should be favored here. They come in this one with the best time in the season. But I'm sure some other teams will be fancying themselves making it through to the finals. We know that the Chinese normally are very versed in their button passing strategies. So let's see, they are on their marks. On their marks. Set, and they're off. Let's see how the US making most of the running on this first leg. Let's watch back the passes. The US struggling with their passing. The US has messed up the button. The outgoing runner ran leave the button. He was out like a gun. So let's see all the other teams. China on the inside having some issues on their second pass. So let's see who is the team making most of the running here. This looks like, well, we have the Chinese coming back into contention. They are in the inside lane. But it's, let's see which team is that in blue running. That is the winning time is, that's Hong Kong, 39.5.97 over Sri Lanka from China. Zimbabwe in a national under 20 record is in 4th. So it's Hong Kong who wins this one, 39.97. Sri Lanka, 40.14. And the People's Republic of China, they finish in 3rd. They finish in 3rd. So it's the winner. It's a winner from each heat, Mannings, and then they will go with the 4 fastest qualifiers. So Hong Kong qualifies automatically from this one. Good button passing. The US having issues on the first changeover. But what do we know? Hong Kong. Of all the countries, Mannings, Hong Kong doing well in the sprints.
The thing with track and field, I noticed that teams like the USA normally and Canada don't do well at World Juniors. I don't know if they don't send their best athletes. But I was saying earlier that Jamaica, for example, the 2 Claytons could have gone to this one. Brianna Liston could have gone to this.
Definitely.
You know, so there are
no, the two Claytons just turned 20 right after the Olympic money, so they wouldn't have qualified. But the US second leg runner, he definitely went out too fast. What you might find in the man is that because of the collegiate season, the collegiate circuit in America, some of their best under 20 runners, 18 and 19-year-old, might be in college also. So that might, and they would be more focused on the NCAA season, and the best of them would probably make it through to the Olympics.
While we're at it, because I mean, we're going to just drop in some football in the thing because some of the football people are still listening. All right.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
All right. So what I want to ask you is this: Leon Bailey is back in the team. All right, because I know, like you were on the radio saying that about the whole apology. When I said that the JFF didn't really ask for an apology, they just said that.
You had clarified that for me, man, and I also went on the radio and made that clarification.
Yeah, so they said that he wrote to them saying that he's available for selection and he was selected by the coach.
So, okay, so he did write to them and say he's available for selection.
Yeah, he just sent something saying that he's committed.
what I'm hoping for, man, is that some amount of dialogue will happen in terms of from a background standpoint. Whilst we understand that not all fences will be mended, and while we understand that not everyone will sing kumbaya and hold hands, manins, but at least there should be some mutual respect or some amount of understanding going forward. We also heard a little bit of rumblings about some of his teammates being disappointed with some of his actions. So we would hope that those fences can also be mended. That will be necessary for team chemistry and for just even on-field chemistry. So we hope
what about persons like Cranky, who was just on, who basically says, listen, the player has done things, ever so often, and there has been like no real consequence to some of his public behavior while in camp in the team, in terms of breaking curfews and stuff like that on a regular basis. And he says that isn't that also setting a precedence that players can behave however they want and do whatever they want, and nothing at all should be done in terms of reprimand. They just have their own way, and because they're here to play football, so they can behave any way they want because they're professionals.
I wouldn't agree with that. I'm thinking that there should be some amount of accountability. I think that going forward, the JFF should institute rules and regulations to the program. Sanctions, whether that be fines or suspensions. I think between the coach and the federation should have rules and regulations implemented. And but dialogue is always the way, man. I think for you to enforce, for you to be enforcing rules, the rules must be communicated to the players, and the seriousness of these, and the seriousness or the implications of breaking these rules should be enforced on the players. So whilst I am for rules, man, I'm also for dialogue. I think we have a talk about the situation. We are talking about professionals here. So I think we should have deal with grown men like children. I think we should have, as I said, we should have facilitate dialogue more than trying to be heavy-handed. That's just my view. As we speak, man, in lane Heat 3 is on screen. In lane 2, we have Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Lane 3, Bulgaria. Lane 4, Japan. Lane 5, Germany. Lane 6, Chechnya. Just came off screen. But this is Heat 3 of 4. On the men's 4x1. Seeing the Japanese team here on screen. Like I said of the Chinese, the Japanese are always meticulous with their handoff. So we are expecting them to do well here. They run out of lane 4. They will be fancied as one of the favored teams here. So let's see how Japan goes in this one. Great Britain also should be one of the fancied teams. They are running out of lane 2. They're off. Even break. Look at the first handoff. All teams seem to have been successful with their handoffs. Great Britain doing well. So is Japan. Germany seem to be doing well in this one too. Great Britain on the inside making a lot of the running. Let's see, coming to the final handoff. Great Britain. Let's see which team is this on the outside. Great Britain in second.
Thailand on the outside.
Thailand on the outside. 39.57. Very impressive from Thailand on the outside.
I see that South Africa was disqualified.
Yeah, they were disqualified from the first heat. Great Britain sees so Thailand, that's another national under 20 record. Great Britain and the Northern Islands in a season's best 39.75. That puts them amongst the fastest qualifiers.
These times are faster than Jamaica 4x1 at the Olympics.
No, man. We're on 38 months. We're actually around 38.
Oh. Track and field in Jamaica look bad, man. Yeah, that's
we have some work to do, man. We definitely have some work to do. I was commenting this morning. I don't know if you heard me. Talking on the radio this morning. I was saying that I think our juniors went to this the world games, the world under 20 games unprepared, man. It's obvious in their performance, and persons have cited the conditions as an issue, and I agree that whilst the conditions would play a part, man, is to have our under 20, our best under 20 400-meter athletes running 49 seconds. When our class record.
Yeah. BAM Sport, the Diamond League, like the Diamond races have not started yet in the Diamond League. We're keeping tabs on them. But go ahead, Pioneer.
Yeah, man. So I was saying, man, is to have our best under 20s at the World Junior Games running 49 seconds. All right, and dropping out at the heats. While our class 3,
yes,
which is under 14 minutes, our class 3 record at champs is 48.5 by Christopher Taylor.
There you go.
If my memory serves, I think it's 48.13. I was watching a race this morning with him jogging 48.54 in class 3. So to have our under 20 men running 49 seconds at the World Junior Games says to me that our athletes came to these games vastly underprepared. They get the feeling that there was not much done between the national junior championships and them going to these games. People performing way below their standard, and I think that is another flaw in terms of how our administrators dealt with this team.
And I'm going to
we see the professionals, or the people who are at the professional level, like the Alana Reeds and the Karika Hills, performing up to par. Whilst Alana Reed is a sub-11 runner, 11.1. Go ahead, man.
No, I was going to say, like some of the athletes that I think are very, like Natrice East, she's not even here, from Wolmer's. You have like the guy from Calabar that won the Carifta 200 and those, like some of the athletes are not even here. So I figure like when the trials were held, some of these athletes never participated in the trials. You know, so I don't know. I feel like we don't give ourselves, for this particular one, we haven't given ourselves the best opportunity to do well. You know, again, this is marred by, it looks like a whole heap of selection flaws and errors. I don't know. But it maybe because I'm accustomed to good performances, it doesn't look like we are doing like this is our best performance. It doesn't seem so. So Jamaica qualified for the 4x4 relays. Jamaica did not qualify. See it? The Jamaica 4x4 men did not qualify for the relays. This is crazy. Thank you. Right, I remember. Yes. There is a 400-meter runner. Big up yourself, BAM Sport. Thanks for that reminder. Yes. Yeah, she never got her passport in time. So I think she was replaced. She was replaced. We lost Pioneer for a second or two. So let's see if we can get him back on. Yeah. But I think this is Jamaica's heat. They are out in lane 8. So the men have not qualified for the 4x4. The women have qualified for the finals of the 4x4. The women have qualified for the finals of the 4x1. The men looking to qualify. Yeah, we need to we see if the men can qualify for the 4x1. But here's what I believe. I really believe something needs to be done with this documentation for our Jamaicans overseas. Cause too many passport issues. So Jamaica out in lane 8, Ecuador, Jamaica 9, Ecuador in 8, Trinidad in 7, Italy in 6, Poland 5, Mexico in lane 4, Denmark in lane 3, and the Nigeria will be in lane 2, right? Wito, I believe, will be the man starting it for Jamaica. He's going to be doing the opening leg for the Jamaicans. This is the 4x100 meters. It's
gonna be Wito to Card to Wade to Daly. That's a pretty strong team. Mornings, we should. Let's hope that they get the passes right. Trinidad has Wickman to Chinapu to Woodruff. Jamaica comes in with the best time, 40.98 in from the seat. Italy has Caparuso, Silverelli, Longboardy, Poland, who runs out of lane 5. It's gonna be Gorkowski to Libora to Barge Wuza. Denmark runs out of lane 3. Mexico runs out of lane 4. Nigeria runs out of lane 2. But Jamaica comes in here, Mannings. Ecuador is DNS, Mannings. Ecuador is out, so they're not going to be starting. We won't be seeing the Ecuadorian team here. So Jamaica comes in here in this heat, Mannings, as favorites. Again, people, it's the winners from each heat, and then we'll have the 4 fastest qualifiers.
Yeah, so what we know is that USA will be out. And
US is out. South Africa is out, so that gives us a really good shot. I think we should try here to be very reserved and conservative with our passing, Mannings. Ensure that we get into the finals, and then we take it from there, because we are favored.
I think this should be an easy win for Jamaica, though. Easy win.
Let's just hope we get the passes right. So
this is a very good Jamaican team that is there.
Very strong team indeed.
100 meters. Used to running with each other, and there you go.
On their marks. Set. They're off. Slide stumble for the Jamaican there. Running out of lane 8. Even break. Let's watch the church. Good changeover for Jamaica. Card. Strides up the back stretch. Let's see a changeover, the second changeover. Decent changeover there, Jamaica out in front. Being chased by Trinidad and Tobago. So let's see Jamaica out in front. Let's see Daly down the home stretch. Trinidad chasing. Jamaica, Daly. Daly running away with this one. He wins in a time of 39.55. And that looks like the fastest qualifying of all the heats, man. And so Jamaica, 39.54. Over Trinidad, 39.77. That means Jamaica automatically qualifies for the final. So looking good for both our 4x1 teams, man. Both from the female side and the male side. So with no South Africa, no US.
No US.
So you get the feeling that Jamaica comes in with the fastest time and
middle lane as well.
Definitely should get a good lane and should fancy our chances winning this. Haven't been having the best of championships, man. We need to definitely make up with the relay. So let's see. But good changes all around for the Jamaicans. And good use of the zone. Decent change for the last leg. That's Wade to Daly. Daly took it home in style. Trinidad was in hot pursuit, but their ankle leg runner was no match for Daly. 39.55 for Jamaica. And again, Mannings, as we say, without the likes of South Africa or the US, Jamaica will fancy themselves starting as favorites come the finals.
Yeah. I think so. I think so I think, and I also think that Jamaica may be picking up a couple of medals today. I think Kerika Hill, she has a final at the 110. I think Douglas in the 200 meters could get something.
It's gonna be a little rough for Douglas though, considering she's gonna be up against a quality field.
Yeah. I think she got like lane 4, which I think is not bad.
It's a good lane, decent lane job. But Hodges from the British Virgin Islands, I like how she looked. She got a medal in the 100 meters, and I'm sure she will definitely be fancying her chances over 200 meters. She has what I consider to be one of the best finishes as a junior. So Douglas will face a quality field. Let's wish her the best though. But it's been tough going. I think the climatic conditions along with
But I think some of these, like the administrators of track and field, need to come under some of the pressure. The
Diamond League, is that?
Huh? No, I said that the people.
Oh, definitely. No, I agree with you, man. I'm agreeing. I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you totally. I think our administrators in track and field has been doing a sloppy job. They have been underperforming. I think this team came to the World Juniors vastly underprepared. And mind you, I also we can accede to conditions not being favorable. But again, I'm gonna use the 400 meters as a marker. When we have our best under 20 400 meters runners running 49 seconds, it says that they have been vastly underprepared. Don't know what happened between the qualifiers, our national qualifiers, and the World Juniors, but definitely this is some substandard performances by our Jamaican athletes, and substandard preparations for the athletes coming in. So definitely something needs to be done, man. I think this is unacceptable, grossly unacceptable by our administrators. Definitely looking forward to some amount of rectifying happening going forward. We can't accept this. We have been bailed out. Let me use that word. We have been bailed out by the excellent performances from our athletes from time to time. Not the J3s would come under not a lot of scrutiny because of the outstanding nature of our athletes. And as they say, success cures all ills. But now that we are seeing what you would consider a lack of success, it is highlighting the negligence in our administrators. We heard of all the issues that we had at the Olympic Games, and definitely there's a lot to be rectified. There's a lot that needs sorting out, and there's a lot to be desired in terms of how our track and field is being dealt with. We understand there is a pending J3's election. Let's hope that either we see some changes at the top, or we see some kind of reshuffling. But definitely things can't continue how they are right now. We are way below par in our performances. We are way below standard. We have had a very paltry showing at the Olympic Games in Paris, and here again at the World Junior Games, the Under-20 Games in Lima, Peru. We are seeing substandard performances. Our last medal haul in Cali, Colombia was 16 medals, and we are way below par for that. We are looking at probably a single digit medal haul this time around, and definitely something needs to happen in terms of our track and field. So we looking at the final events. In the morning session, people have the pole vault, the decathlon pole vault on screen. At 2 o'clock, which is exactly 20 minutes from now, we'll be having the Diamond League, the start of the Diamond League. We're gonna just carry through to the Diamond League, and then we'll move from the Diamond League going into the World Junior Games. We might just take a break we might just take a pause in between the streams. But we're gonna be here, people. As I said, we're gonna be giving you a very heavy dose of track and field today. All right, the Rome Diamond League that is gonna be coming up. This is the third to last on the schedule. Next week on the 5th of September, we'll have Zurich, and then the Diamond League season will be closed out with the Diamond League final, which will come to us from Brussels this year. And that will be on the 13th and 14th of September. All right, and we'll be here with you people. We're going to be here covering all the Diamond League meets. We'll be here for the 2 days of the Diamond League finals. All right, and we are more than happy to have you here. And I Am Sure Sports. I'm going to be previewing a couple of the events that are going to be coming up on the Diamond League. All right, just bear with us, and we're going to be previewing a couple of the events that are going to be coming up on the Diamond League. Are here with us, seeing a number of folks still here with us. We ask that you like the stream, people. And if you're here for the first time, my name is Pioneer, and this is I Am Sure Sports. We welcome you. We thank you for joining us. We ask that you like the stream as you come on the stream. We ask that if you are here for the first time, and if you like what you're hearing, you like what you're seeing in terms of what we're bringing in terms of analysis, we ask that you subscribe to the channel. We are an authentic Jamaican sporting YouTube channel. We give you the best and most credible analysis here on I Am Sure Sports. Again, my name is Pioneer, and we'll be joined by Manningsman later. We are here giving you coverage of the World Under-20 Championships live from Lima, Peru. And we are going to be carrying forward to the Wonder Diamond League, which will be coming to you live from Rome in Italy. Quite a number of Jamaican performances expected on the Diamond League here. Looking forward to some creditable performances from our athletes. We saw in the last Diamond League meeting in Cilicia, we saw Akira Nugent in the 100 meters, speeding to an excellent time of 12.29 to win the 100 meters hurdles for women. Another stock field expected today, the likes of the Olympic champion Masai Russell from the US, also Samba Mayela from France, Alicia Johnson from the US also, expecting also in the starting lineup to be Charlton from the Bahamas, along with Kambunji from Switzerland. So quality good lineup. Also to include former world record holder from the US also. So quality field and show in the women's 100 meter. Also a very good lineup over 100 meters for men. Olympic bronze medalist Fred Curley, Christian Coleman, Akeem Blake, who we saw run a PB last time out, equaling his PB of 9.89. He'll be hoping to go one better today, or to go a little faster today and in Rome here. Rome is normally one of those tracks that a lot of persons like to run on. So we're looking forward to some quality performances. Having the final event in the morning session for the under 20 championships here. So as I said, we'll move in another 15 minutes. We'll move over to the Diamond League. So we ask you to share the stream. Diamond League is going to be on, people. So share the stream, invite your friends, and let's have the watch along here. We'll give you the coverage, we'll give you commentary, and as usual, we'll give you the best and brightest analysis here on I Am Sure Sports. All right, my name is Pioneer, and we just ask that you bear with us while we take you into the Rome Diamond League. It's good to have you here with us, people. This is I Am Sure Sports. My name is Pioneer. We are covering the World Under 20 Track and Field Championship. This is day 4, and we are at the end of the morning session. And in another 12 minutes or so, we'll be moving over to the Rome Diamond League. Just previewing some of the races that's going to be on. The program will start at 4 minutes past 2, and that will be the 400 meters for men. That's going to be the first thing that's going to be on show. Quality lineup. We have Bryce Deadman from the US, who's going to be running out of lane 1. In lane 2, we're going to be having Charles Dobson from Great Britain. In 3, we're going to be having Kennedy Natship from Botswana. Olympic silver medalist Samang Congo from Zambia. He will run out of lane 4. Kirani James from Grenada runs out of lane 5. Jarim Richards, man who we saw running 43.78 in our Olympic Games to get 5th. How often does one run 43 seconds or 43.78 and not medal at the Olympics? Jarim Richards will run out of lane 6. In lane 7, we'll have another Botswana runner, Dory. In lane 8 will be the veteran Vernon Norwood from the US, and Luca Cito from Italy. He runs out of lane 9. So all 9 lanes being used in the Diamond League. The second race that will be on show in the Diamond League will be the women's 100 meters hurdle. And again, as I said earlier, we're going to be having a stock lineup, quality field on offer. Great quality field. In lane 1, we'll have Cara Marci from Italy. In lane 2, Alicia Johnson from the US. In lane 3, Nadine Visser from the Netherlands. Lane 4, we'll have the Olympic champion, Masai Russell. Lane 5, we'll have the Olympic silver medalist, Serena Samba Mayela from France. In lane 6, we'll have Devin Charlton from Bahamas. Akira Nugent, who made the finals of the Olympic Games, but did not finish, had some problems hitting the first couple of hurdles. She runs out of lane 7. Kambunji from Switzerland runs out of lane 8. And former world record holder Kendra Harrison, she runs out of lane 9. So stock field for the women's 100 hurdles, almost a field of the quality of a world championship or Olympic final. That should be very interesting. We'll wait to see how they go in that one. All right. In the men's high jump, we'll have our own Romain Beckford, and he'll be going up against another quality field to include people like Tambiri from Italy. Also, there's Wu from Korea, along with people like Ivanov from Bulgaria. So quality field and show in the men's high jump. All right, so very, very good program on for the Diamond League people. We ask that you stay with us here. We'll give you coverage of the entire program. Women's 200 meters will also be on, and there we have another quality field. No Jamaicans on show, but Daryl Nita from the US, Jenna Prendini from the US runs out of lane 6. Brittany Brown, who also won a medal. She won a bronze medal at the Olympic Games, will run out of lane 7. Majinga. Yeah, go ahead, Manny.
Sorry, as I go through the list, right, we have Brianna Brown asking what time the 100 meters hurdles are starting. But what we're going to do, Brianna, we're actually going to, I want you to stick with us, people. We have a stream that is dedicated to Diamond League that starts at 2. That stream is going to start in like 7 minutes time. So what we're going to do in 7 minutes, right, you're going to see a new stream. So stick and stay, right, that is going to do the Diamond League, and that stream is going to do the Diamond League and portions of the World Juniors. So a new stream is going to go live in 6 minutes time, right, Pioneer? So just
all right, and that will cover the Diamond League, and then we'll switch over from the Diamond League to the evening session of the World Juniors, where we have some really interesting finals. People, we'll have people like Karika Hill, who will be contesting the women's 100-meter hurdles. That's at the World Juniors. And to answer the question that was asked, the 100-meter hurdles at the Diamond League will be run off at 2:15. So we will definitely give you coverage. And as Manning says, we are going to have a new stream coming up, and we'll switch streams. We ask that you stay with us here, and then we'll go from the Diamond League straight into the evening session of the World Juniors, and we'll be here with you until about 7 o'clock, where we have the coverage of the entire Diamond League and of the entire evening session of the World Junior Games. All right, the World Under-20 Games live from Lima, Peru. So again, we thank you for joining us here. My name is Pioneer, and this is I Am Sure Sports. We'll continue to preview the races that we're going to be having here. We also have a men's 100 meters hurdles that are going to be on show. Not a Diamond League program, but we'll very, very, very good feel and show. We'll see the likes of Orlando Bennett from Jamaica. We'll also see Omar McLeod, who we have not seen since our trials. So Omar McLeod will make an appearance at the Rome Diamond League. He runs out of lane 9. It's going to be interesting to see how McLeod goes. Good field. Sasha Zaya runs out of lane 6. Dylan Beard, he runs out of lane 7, and Dylan Beard is from the US. Sasha Zaya is from France. Eric Edwards from the US runs out of lane 8. Fafana from Italy, he runs out of lane 1. Martinez from Spain, haven't seen Martinez for a while. He's on the comeback trail. He runs out of lane 2. Cardell Tinch from the US runs out of lane 3. Simonelli, who we saw at the Olympic Games from Italy, he runs out of lane 4. And Orlando Bennett runs out of lane 5. So good field. And for the men's 110 hurdles, not a Diamond League race, as I said earlier, but no less a quality field on show. Also on the program, we'll have the women's long jump. Again, no Jamaican participation here, but we'll see the likes of the Olympic champion, Tara Woodhall Davis. She is definitely a showstopper and one of the favorites. We'll also be seeing people like Fatima Diam from Spain in the women's long jump. So very, very good Diamond League program on show, people. A lot of Olympic champions, a lot of Olympic medalists. We'll take you further in the program. We'll start with the Diamond League will be closed out by the men's 100 meters, and very, very good lineup for the men's 100 meters. We'll have the likes of Olympic bronze medalist Fred Curley. We'll also have the likes of former Olympic champion Lamont Jacobs from Italy. Also a part of this will be Olympic 200-meter champion Letsile Tibogo. Ferdinand Omianyala will also be a part of this lineup. So let me give you the full lineup. In lane 1, we're going to be having Sani Brown, Abdul Hakim Sani Brown from Japan. In lane 2, we'll have Akeem Blake from Jamaica. Lane 3, we'll see the likes of Christian Coleman from the US. Fred Curley, who I mentioned earlier, from the US Olympic bronze medalist, he runs out of lane 4. Marcel Jacobs from Italy runs out of lane 5. Tibogo, the 200-meter Olympic champion, he runs from lane 6. And Ferdinand Omianyala from Kenya runs out of lane 7. Jeremiah Azu from Great Britain and Northern Ireland will run out of lane 8. And Kyrie King of the US runs out of lane 9. So another 9-lane race there. Very, very, very high quality field. And that will close out the program. We'll also have 400 meters hurdles for women. Another quality field. We'll have the likes of Olympic silver medalists.
Pioneer, you're right on the 2 o'clock mark, right? So here's what Dwight, Brianna, Javon, Justin, Toki, Bombsport, all of you who are on the stream, listen, like the video, Malik, everyone, like the video, right? We're going to end this one right now and then bam. So that's Pioneer. I am Manizman. This is I Am Sure Sports. Join us in 2 minutes again live when we pick up coverage exactly at the start of the first event in the Diamond League. As usual, thanks for your love and support. We're not going anywhere. We'll be back in like 5 minutes at most. Have a great day. Thank you for joining.